Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Hasrul bin Rizan from Group D. I will explain about pruning process in subject AGR 615. Let's enjoy the video.
This particular video describes pruning and canopy management. It looks into why, when, and how to carry out pruning in oil palm agronomy as a best management practice.
Pruning and canopy management. Palm fronds are the engine of growth and production. A properly pruned mature palm carries 30 to 60 fronds, depending on palm age. Fronds intercept light and convert light energy, nutrients and water into carbohydrate, which in turn is used to produce oil. Yield is reduced when there are too few or too many fronds on the palm. Problems with pruning oil palms in West Africa. Most oil palm farmers in West Africa do not carry out proper leaf canopy management in their oil palm farms. Farmers often remove bunches without removing frond, which are left to dry out on the palm. After a few months, it becomes very difficult to harvest bunches, which are hidden behind old fronds. As a result, many bunches are lost because the harvester cannot see them. In addition, palm productivity is reduced because the palm carries too many fronds, and as a result, nutrients contained in mariband fronds are not returned to the soil. Some farmers misunderstand the reason for pruning. The tendency is to think that pruning damages the palm and reduces yield. Other farmers think pruning means removing as many fronds as possible to give the palm exposure to sunlight. Why do we need to prune oil palms? Proper pruning is required to remove surplus fronds, remove dead, damaged, diseased or old fronds, provide access to ripe bunches at harvesting, prevent loose fruits becoming trapped behind frond buds, and provide a palm with the correct number of fronds to maximize yield. Personal protective equipment. The pruner must wear personal protective equipment before pruning. A Wellington boot, hand gloves and goggles are essential. Tools, equipment and materials. Workers must be equipped with the following tools: a harvesting chisel with a 10 cm wide cutting edge and a 2 meter shaft for palms less than 3 meters in height, a Malayan knife or harvesting sickle attached to an aluminium pole for tall palms, a sharpening stone and a cutlass. 3 pruning methods. We will now describe 3 pruning methods. Pruning young palms before harvest. Only mariband fronds are removed from the base of the palm to provide access for the harvester. No green, healthy fronds should be removed. Corrective or rehabilitation pruning. This is required where palms have not been pruned for more than 1 year. It may be necessary to remove a large number of dead and moribund fronds from the palm. As a result, this is a labor-intensive operation requiring 2 to 4 man-days per hectare. Corrective or rehabilitation pruning should be carried out before the main production season, usually from November to January, so that the farmer achieves a rapid return on the investment in pruning. Once rehabilitation pruning has been completed, all bunches can be harvested, and harvesting is much easier and less costly. All pruned fronds must be cut into two at the point where thorns change to leaflets. The thorny front base is placed in the palm interrow, and the leafy part is placed with the leaf tip facing the path and in between palms within the palm row to create a three-sided box pattern front stack. Maintenance or routine pruning is carried out on well-maintained palms every 6 months. Only a few fronds need to be removed at routine pruning. Maintenance or routine pruning is best carried out 2 times each year. One cycle in December or January, that is before the peak crop season, and one cycle in June to August, that is at the end of the main crop season. Pruning standards. Young palms produce smaller fronds, but more frequently with 2 to 3 fronds per month. Older palms produce larger fronds, but less frequently, with 1 to 2 new fronds per month. Therefore, more fronds are retained on young mature palms compared with old mature palms. Do not remove healthy green fronds from palms aged 3 to 4 years after planting. Remove only dead and damaged fronds. Bunches should be harvested without cutting the front beneath the bunch during the first harvesting year, termed bunch stealing. At age of 5 to 7 years after planting, it is best to retain 48 to 56 fronds, that is 6 to 7 frond ranks. As a rule, there should be 2 healthy green fronds retained beneath each bunch until bunch harvest. At age of 8 to 15 years after planting, retain about 40 to 48 fronds, that is 5 to 6 frond ranks. As a rule, there should be 1 healthy green frond retained beneath each bunch until bunch harvest. At age above 15 years after planting, retain about 40 fronds, that is 5 ranks. Again, as a rule, there should be 1 healthy green frond retained beneath each bunch until bunch harvest. Important point to remember: pruning should be carried out with very sharp tools. The recommended tools are chisel, 8 to 10 centimeter blade, fitted into a 2-meter long galvanized pipe or wooden pole. Sickles should be fitted into an aluminium or bamboo pole. A cutlass is required to cut front into 2 pieces after pruning. Old, dead front and debris should be raked out from around the base of the palm after pruning and before starting harvest. In conclusion, proper pruning is a basic requirement to ensure complete crop recovery and easy and low-cost harvesting.
Okay, how? Did you already understand about common type of pruning? Now let's see about pruning that runs in Bukit Lawiang.
Terangkan tentang pruning kelapa sawit di ladang-ladang.
Okey, yang pertamanya pruning ada 2 jenis, iaitu first sanitation pruning. Sanitation pruning ni kita lakukan pada umur pokok yang 17 hingga 19 bulan dekat field. So selalunya dilakukan sebelum proses bush crop harvesting. pelepah yang dibuang hanya pelepah yang dah kering. Kering saja. Yang hijau masih hijau kita tak buang. Very simple. Hanya pelepah kering saja. Itu yang first pruning, sanitation pruning. Second pruning adalah normal routine pruning yang kita lakukan untuk tanam kilawang kita buat 3 bulan sekali. Indikator dia juga yang pertamanya bilangan pelepah lah. Itu ikut umur. Kalau 5 hingga 3 tahun dalam 48 hingga 60. Kalau 9 hingga 12 tahun dalam 40 hingga 48. Dia akan lebih kurang. Tapi the easiest indicator dia kita boleh tengok di mana buah terakhir mesti ada 2 pelepah yang menyokong buah. Itu je jumlah bilangan pelepah yang perlu ada dalam satu pokok lah. So kalau dia bawah pelepah tu, bawah buah terakhir ada 4 pelepah, maksudnya 2 pelepah perlu dibuang. Itu indikator dia. Kalau pokok tak ada buah lah, kalau pokok jantan yang tak buah, kena kira bilangan pelepah. Itu saja. Very basic.
Tapi ada yang saya tahu dia ada dia memang yang tu je tuan.
Itu je.
Itu je.
Lepas tu ada roadside pruning lah. Roadside pruning, kita pruning supaya kita punya jalan expose to direct sunlight. Itu je.
For conclusion, pruning really important process in oil palm plantation in order to increase growth and producing high yield. Thank you.
You were the shadow to my light. Did you feel